A quiet cul-de-sac. A child on a bicycle. One phone call that could change everything. Tonight, a simple Saturday afternoon ride turns into a neighborhood standoff no one will forget. Stay with this story until the final moment. Because the most shocking truth doesn't reveal itself until the very end. The late summer sun poured a soft amber light over Willow Bend, a new development on the edge of Lakeford, North Carolina. Fresh blacktop still smelled faintly of tar as Lila Pearson, 10 years old and full of weekend energy, pedaled lazy circles near the community clubhouse. Her turquoise bike clicked and hummed, while a warm breeze lifted the ends of her braids. She wasn't trespassing. She wasn't racing. Just waiting for her best friend Jenna Morales, who'd promised to come outside after finishing a chore list. Across the street, a pair of watchful eyes narrowed. From the porch of a trim brick house, Marjorie Hale, president of the Willow Bend Homeowners Association, sipped iced tea and tightened her jaw. Rules were Marjorie's favorite language. Lawn height, trash can placement, cars parked too long, and now, a stranger's child pedaling slow circles? To her, that spelled trouble. She muttered under her breath. She doesn't live on this block. A thought, small but sharp, bloomed into certainty. Something isn't right. Marjorie tapped her phone and dialed the non-emergency line. Lakeford Police Dispatch? There's a girl hanging around the clubhouse, about 10, African-American, on a blue-green bike. She keeps circling, looking at houses. I don't recognize her. Could you send someone to check? The dispatcher asked a few routine questions. Marjorie's answers came quick, clipped, almost triumphant. She ended the call, convinced she'd protected the neighborhood. Lila, meanwhile, leaned her bike against the curb and balanced on one foot, adjusting her shoelace. She hummed a song from a cartoon she liked, unaware of the invisible net that phone call had cast around her. Inside Jenna's house, voices drifted. Jenna, begging for 5 more minutes, while her mother folded laundry. A couple of neighbors noticed Marjorie's posture and the way she'd been talking into her phone. Evan and Tasha Reed, unloading groceries across the street, exchanged a puzzled glance. Is she calling the cops? Tasha whispered. On a kid with a bike? Evan replied, frowning. Within minutes, blinds tilted and curtains shifted. Windows became quiet camera lenses. Lila felt it before she understood it, the strange weight of dozens of unseen eyes. Marjorie wasn't finished. She called dispatch a second time, her voice carrying that urgent edge people use when they want their worries to sound like facts. Yes, she's still here, she said. Now she's sitting on the curb, maybe casing the houses. Across the lawns, the air thickened. Lila's stomach knotted. Why is everyone looking at me? She thought. She debated texting her mom, but remembered the advice she'd been given. Stay put if you're waiting for a friend. 2 streets away, the call reached the patrol desk of Chief Dana Rivers, Lakeford's first female, police chief and a mother, who knew her daughter was spending the afternoon with friends. The report caught her eye. Suspicious juvenile, 10-year-old black female on bicycle. Clubhouse area, Dana's pulse quickened for reasons she couldn't quite name. Protocol required a unit to respond, and she decided she would be that unit. The soft growl of a cruiser engine finally broke the neighborhood's uneasy silence. Blue and red lights washed over the beige siding of identical houses. Neighbors inched closer to their driveways. Marjorie straightened, almost pleased. Lila's breath hitched. A police car? For me? The door opened with a metallic creak. Out stepped Chief Dana Rivers, Lila's mother. Mom? Lila gasped, equal parts relief and confusion. Dana's expression softened as she approached. You okay, honey? Everyone keeps staring. I didn't do anything. You don't have to explain, Dana said gently, placing a reassuring hand on her daughter's shoulder. Then Dana's eyes lifted and locked on Marjorie. Good afternoon, the chief said, her voice calm but carrying authority. Did you make the call? Marjorie cleared her throat. Yes, Chief Rivers. I thought something was off. This child was circling the clubhouse for nearly 20 minutes. We can't be too careful. From the crowd, Evan Reed spoke up. She's waiting for Jenna. Everyone knows Jenna and Lila are best friends. Dana's gaze stayed fixed on Marjorie. So you called the police on a 10-year-old who was waiting for a friend? I was protecting the neighborhood, Marjorie insisted, crossing her arms. We've had break-ins elsewhere. Kids sometimes scout houses. A collective gasp rippled across the gathering. Dana's voice sharpened, still measured but with an unmistakable edge. Do you understand the weight of what you just implied? That a child with a backpack and a bicycle might be a criminal? What would have happened if another officer, not me, had arrived first? The silence was heavy enough to feel. Neighbors shifted uncomfortably. Tasha Reed spoke up. Marjorie, this is wrong. We've all let you bully us with rules, but this is a child. Marjorie's shoulders stiffened, but her words faltered. I was just following protocol. No, Dana replied. You followed an assumption. Lila tugged her mother's sleeve. Can we go home now? In a minute, sweetheart. Dana faced the crowd. Let this be clear. There was never an emergency. A single assumption turned a child into a suspect. We cannot keep doing this. To any child, in any neighborhood. The neighbors murmured, some embarrassed, some angry. Even Jenna's parents stepped outside now, finally letting their daughter run to Lila. The two girls hugged tight, their bikes clattering together on the grass. Marjorie sank back into her chair, iced tea sweating onto the table. For the first time, she seemed small. The street remained hushed except for the soft click of Lila's bike chain and the distant bark of a dog. Chief Dana Rivers glanced once more around the gathering. There's nothing more to see, she said evenly. Let's remember that community means watching out for each other, not watching each other. She guided her daughter and Jenna toward the cruiser, not because they needed a ride, but because she wanted Lila to feel safe on the way home. As they walked, the red and blue lights faded. The crowd slowly dispersed, carrying with them a truth too obvious to ignore. One careless call can echo louder than any siren.